In the last class, students, we have learned occupational structure or distribution of workforce by industry. Self-employed and hired workers in India. Now in this class, we will be going with the topic occupational structure. Means what is occupational structure covered? In which men and women, what role they are played? What the number are there? That we will be going to learn in today's class. Good morning to all of you. Today we will be continuing with the same chapter once again, that is the employment growth. So let us proceed with the chapter, students. Employment growth, when we see student, primary sector includes agriculture, you know very well, forestry, logging, fishing, mining. These jobs come in the primary sector. We learnt in the BST. Secondary sector includes marketing, manufacturing, construction, electricity, gas and water supply. Tertiary sector includes trade, transport and storage and services. The data in occupational structure is as follows for the year 1919-2000. Industry wise, the distribution is like that. 60% of workforce is engaged in primary sector, 17% of workforce in engaged in secondary sector. That's why in the beginning of the topic only it has been explained to you what do you mean by primary sector, what do you mean by secondary sector, so that you can come to know what is the ratio. So workforce, how much is needed and how much has been employed, that we can see. Industry wise, the distribution is 60% of workforce is engaged in primary sector and 70% of workforce is engaged in secondary sector. 23% of workforce is engaged in tertiary sector. Area wise, the data when we see in rural areas, 77% of workforce in primary sector, 11% of workers is in secondary sector and 12% of workforce is in the tertiary sector. In urban areas, when we see students, 10% of workers is in primary sector, 31% of workers is in secondary sector and 59% of workforce is in tertiary sector. The data reveals that economic backwardness in the country has 60% of workforce is engaged in agricultural activities. A large proportion of population depends on agriculture for their livelihood. Basically, the main occupation in our country was agriculture, and economic backward areas in our country was more that time. So more the 60% of workforce was engaged in agricultural activities, because people doesn't give importance to literacy. They don't want to learn. They want to go with their ancient way of occupation, that was the agriculture. Next is in urban areas. Tertiary sector account for 59% of workforce. Tertiary sector includes transportation, warehousing, then insurance, banking. So that sector we're having more occupational structure. It shows development and growth in the tertiary sector and the fact that this sector is able to generate sustainable employment and provide livelihood to 59% of the workforce. It can be concluded that in the urban areas, tertiary sector is the main source of livelihood for majority of workforce. Jobless growth, student. Jobless growth means growth of those people who are jobless. Jobless growth is defined as a situation in which there is an overall acceleration in the growth rate of GDP in the economy, which is not accompanied by a commensurate expansion in employment opportunity. We know in our country GDP rate is increasing, but as per the comparing to the population of our country, employment opportunity is parallelly not increasing. This means that in an economy without generating additional employment opportunity, we have been able to produce more goods and services. Means the fixed asset has been fully utilized, but still labor capacity is still existing, which is not fully utilized. So, since the starting of economic reforms in 1991, our economy is experiencing a gap between GDP growth rate and employment growth rate. That is jobless growth. So, that is the jobless growth, student. It is defined as a situation in which there is an overall acceleration in the growth rate of GDP in the economy, which is not accompanied by a commensurate expansion in employment opportunities. Casualization and informalization of workforce. What do you mean by this? Casualization of workforce, when we see student, it reveals that it is a situation in which percentage of casually hired workers in the workforce tends to grow over time. In other words, there is movement of workers from self-employment and regular salaried employment to casual wage work. This process has been observed in the Indian economy from the year 1972 to the year 2000. So casualization of workforce is that situation, student. It is defined as a situation in which percentage of casually hired workers in the workforce tend to grow over the time. In other words, there is movement of worker from which level, self-employment and regular salaried employment, to casual wage work. Informalization of workforce, when we see, student, as we can see now in the competition, people also want high salaried. So if they are not getting the salary at one pay, they are moving from one place to another. So casually hired workers numbers are increasing day by day. That is the casualization of workforce from the self-employed to the hired workers. Okay, informalization of workforce, when we see, student, employment is divided into two sector: formal sector, informal sector. Formal sector is that sector, it is an organized sector which includes all the public sector enterprises and private enterprises where work is worked in disciplined way, which employ 10 or more workers. There is a limitation for everything in the formal sector. The workers of this sector are called formal workers. The workers are entitled to social security benefits like PF, pension fund, all they are getting for the future securities. The workers can form trade unions and are protected by the labor law. 7% of the total workforce is employed in the formal sector. So it is very less percent, has 7% of the total population is engaged in the formal sector employment. Informal sector, when we talk, student, it is an unorganized sector of an economy. It is automatically made when people find their needs and want to be satisfied, which includes all those private sector enterprises which employ less than 10 workers. Example: agricultural laborers, farmers, owner of small enterprise, etc. Sole trade business. The workers of this sector are called informal workers. The workers are not entitled to social security benefits. The workers cannot form trade unions and are not protected by the labor law. 93% of the total workforce is employed in formal sector. So we can see in the scenario, only 7% of the people nowadays are working in formal sector. 93% are still working in the informal sector. But currently in 2021, if we will reveal, the percentage of formal sector has been raised up as compared to informal sector. Owing to the efforts of International Labour Organization, Indian government has initiated the modernization of informal sector. With economic reforms in 1991, there has been significant rise in informalization of workers. Since informal workers face uncertainties of making of living, it is surprising that such a high percentage of total workforce prefer to be self-employed in the formal sector. Unemployment situation, student. Concept of unemployment and unemployed. What do you mean by unemployment? You know very well. When people, though they learn or not learn, they want to work or they don't want to work, they are not having a job, that situation says it is unemployment. Unemployment refers to a situation where all able and willing persons may not find jobs or activities to provide them with means of living. That situation shows unemployment. NSSO defines unemployment a situation in which all those who are owing in lack of work are not working but either seek work through employment exchanges, intermediaries, friends or relatives, or by making application to prospective employers, or express their willingness to or availability for work under prevailing condition of work and remunerations. Now we come types of unemployment. What do you mean by types of unemployment? NSSO definition, I think it is clear. It is a situation in which all those who are owing to lack of work, means they are not getting work or not working but either seek work through employment exchanges, means they go to employment exchanges office, private placement offices and try to get the job. Intermediaries, friends or relatives, where they want to get the application, they put the application in the offices to get a job. That people are also considered as unemployed. Types of unemployment. Definitely there are types of unemployment. It is not a joke, but there are people, because there are some categories of people. People want to work but not getting job. People are having capacity to work but are not getting job. People really don't want to work. So there are category of unemployment. Let us continue. Types of unemployment is when we see student. Unemployed person is one who is able to get employment for even has an hour in a day. Unemployment can be broadly classified into 6 categories. Very first, open unemployment. Second, frictional unemployment. Third, structural unemployment. Fourth, cyclical unemployment. Fifth is the seasonal unemployment. Sixth is the disguised unemployment. When we go with the open unemployment student, it refers to that situation wherein although the worker is willing to work and he has the necessary ability to work, yet he does not get the work. He remains unemployed for full time and fails to get any work, casual or full time. Like graduates from the colleges, only 10% of the graduate get the job in any accounting year from a particular college. In that way, the percentage of learning people are more as compared to getting the job. Frictional unemployment. For time being, they are having the problem of unemployment, like farmers. Frictional employment is a temporary phenomena. It results when some workers are temporarily out of work while changing the jobs. It can also be due to strikes or lockouts. Structural unemployment. Structural unemployment, when we see today, it is caused by a decline in demand for a product in a particular industry. Like lockdown situation, it happened. The large structure of the organization had been converted into small structure. When the structure of organization has been changed from large to small, the people were deployed from the job. They were taken out because production capacity of organization has been reduced because of financial problem. It resulted in reduction in its manpower requirement. Cyclical unemployment. This is a cycle of unemployment. Capitalist advanced countries face trade cycles. Our country is not capitalist. Trade cycles, especially recessionary and depressionary phase, cause cyclical unemployment in these countries. That is, during the contraction phase, means of a trade cycle in an economy, aggregate demand falls. When demand falls, production will be less. When production falls down, definitely people will be required less. So these lead to disinvestment, decline in production and cyclical unemployment. Seasonal unemployment. It occurs in case of agriculture, ice cream factories, woolen factories, etc., which are a seasonal occupation. They have busy season and they have stack seasons. Busy season when they do the job, stack season when they cannot, even if they want, they cannot work for that season. That is known as stack season. In the off season, there is no work. Like for example, ice cream factories. Now, if they will make ice creams, it will be of no use. Their demand has been fallen down. They cannot produce ice cream now. There is seasonal unemployment for these people. Again, after 3 and 4 months, there will be demand for ice cream and there will be production of ice cream. This result in seasonal unemployment. Disguised unemployment student. Disguised unemployment is that situation in which there is this means a type of unemployment in which not only openly seen by everyone, it emerges due to pressure of population, land, etc. As the size of the family of a farmer grows, increasing number of children work on a given size farm. In other words, there is excess of labor which does not add to the productivity of land. That is, marginal productivity of labor is zero or negative. Types of unemployment in India, students. Now the next topic. Types of unemployment in India, when we see, there are 2 types of unemployment. One is rural unemployment and second is urban unemployment. When we go with the rural unemployment student, about 70% of India's population lives in villages. Agriculture is the single largest source of their livelihood. That is known as rural job. Agriculture suffers from a number of problems like dependence upon rainfall, financial constraint, obsolete techniques, etc. Rural unemployment can be of following 3 types. One is open unemployment, second seasonal unemployment, and third is the disguised unemployment, which we already discussed in the types of unemployment. So basically rural unemployment phase is just because of these 3 types of unemployment situation. Open employment, what it is. In the agricultural sector, there are large number of landless workers who are openly looking for work. They want to do work but they are not having the farm to do work. Open unemployment or chronic unemployment is a situation where a large number of labor force does not get work opportunities which will get them regular income. Seasonal unemployment, when we talk today in India, we have mostly irrigated land, unirrigated lands, which is capable of giving only one crop a year. Our farmers remain unemployed from 3 to 8 months a year. They have not tried to find any alternative occupation for themselves in this period, like road building, construction work, or etc. Because they don't know they don't have the knowledge, and even they don't want to gain the knowledge how to do this work. Out of laziness, our farmers fail to utilize their spare times. That is, there is widespread of seasonal unemployment. Discuss unemployment, student. Discuss unemployment. When we see, it is a situation in India, there is too much pressure of population on land. As a result, productivity per person falls. Discuss unemployment is a situation where workers are apparently employed but their marginal productivity is zero or negative. Urban unemployment, students. Urban unemployment arises due to three reasons which we will learn in the next class. Millions of people in towns and cities are suffering from joblessness. It creates a sense of frustration and unwantedness. Like example, as I already introduced to you, graduate students every year after learning 4 years of graduation course, they after getting good percentage in graduation, all not got the job at the same time. Few gets to this year, few will get in the future period of time. This way graduate student number will be increasing day wise. So what we are seeing, students, the number of learned educated peoples are increasing, but as compared to their education, percentage of job is not increasing. So this is a reason of urban unemployment. Next class we will be learning more deeply about urban unemployment with measurement of unemployment. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day.